Hi, everybody. This is Jim Cornette, pro wrestling legend, and you're listening to the Book in the Territory Unprofessional Wrestling Podcast.
This is the artist formerly known as Daryl Van Horn, James Mitchell, the Sinister Minister, and I'm here to let you know I would rather slam my cock in a car door than to miss the dulcet tones of Hard Body Harper, my illegitimate son, on Booking the Territory podcast.
Woo, Messi, this is professional wrestler Jimmy Valiant, the Boogie Woogie Man. Tell my people and my brothers and sisters, don't you dare miss Booking the Territory. Oh, yeah.
This is a one-man gang. You're listening to Booking the Territory Pro Wrestling Podcast.
Welcome back, everyone, to this week's episode of Booking the Territory, the unprofessional wrestling podcast, where today we're talking NWA Saturday Night on TBS from October the 29th, 1988. I'm sitting here with Doc and Hard Body Harper. We had a lot of fun just now on our Patreon episode that we just did, talking more of Harper's escapades, and we actually also did a PWI Top 10.
Ass.
Circle, ... But with that said, Doc, how are you?
I was a lot better when we were doing the pre-show about ass until I realized that Harper couldn't find it in his. He's too busy out there banging rats to actually watch the shows that we review. So now it's time to lump his 280 pounds on our back and carry it through the next 42 minutes of wrestling. But hey, I'm fine.
Okay.
Bunch of bullshit. He's out there banging rats, and we got to fucking live with the consequences.
Exactly. Suck it up.
Tussin.
To put some tussin on it. Yeah, so anyway, I heard that you're the new host for Dutch Mantell's podcast. Is that right?
Goddamn
Who's
pal
that?
pronouns. You. What the fuck? What are you talking about?
Yeah, it's me and Harper. We're going to go. Dutch Mantell wants to hang out with us.
I don't know. Dutch might want to hang out with Harper. No, why? See, this is how rumors start. Like,
Are you really doing that?
No. I was tagged by a bunch of people when Dutch said he wanted to restart his podcast, but as of us recording this, I don't know who he's doing. I didn't say anything. I didn't respond.
Can you imagine Dutch dealing with Mike, and after like the third meeting on the Skype, he's like, "Hey, I don't mean to be a problem or nothing, but are you black or white?" I can't really tell.
Dutch, I don't know, Dutch. Are you simian or human? I'm just saying. Do you remember Dutch's back in Smoky Mountain when he would wrestle?
So Harper, we just did a Patron episode where you recounted some rat banging. How are you living out there? It's Mardi Gras.
I'm doing great.
It's Mardi Gras. You got some plans?
Fuck. You work.
So you're not going to go down and throw some beads tonight and maybe
No, fuck that.
munch on some ass or something?
No. Fuck Mardi Gras.
Okay. So we don't like Mardi Gras, but is it an opportunity? Is it a? I mean, it feels like it would be, Cougar night down at the Applebee's or something, where it'd be pretty easy to pick them off, but I guess not.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I guess if you go to the parade during the bar, yeah.
Okay, but you got to go all the way in from Metairie, and then.
Well, I mean, they got parades out here, but it's not like what it used to be. But I guess you go uptown.
So am I starting to talk you into maybe going out tonight?
I should. Well, fuck is going on right now?
Yeah, maybe you should just go on and go. I mean,
I should.
I mean, I think we wouldn't be upset if you needed to go rub one out on some chick's small of her back.
That's nice.
Grow up.
We should have a Book in the Territory float.
Just be a bunch of disinterested skinny strippers that are half dancing to 80s music. I don't know.
It'll be like me, you, and Mike, and we'll put like a Patron.
I was just thinking there'd
members
be
on
three cracked out whores as well, just kind of sashaying left and right while we go down the.
Bye.
Doc can't even get it out. He just keeps laughing.
Yeah, I guess I can't properly convey the mental image I have of how beaten and broken our float would be in the Mardi Gras parade. But hey, maybe what's Travis's name? Hickle? Maybe he could put that out. Heckle? Maybe he could do a BTT float.
That's nice.
I could go get the strippers from Cece's, Harper.
Oh, well, I mean, yeah. Let's fucking knock it out. Let's go see what Jamaica's doing.
Look, just don't tell Mama Harper what you're banging after. I'm just saying.
I'll just close my eyes.
You ain't closing your eyes. You can enjoy it. It's fine. Mama's not looking, and you ain't got to bring her home.
She's.
Okay. Doc, you got any more flips and dives you need to get in?
I don't know what you're talking about, boy.
Okay. Boy, wow, that's nice. Special shout out to Disrespectfully Classy, Mark E. Blassie, Kyle Riley, and Mike Childry. Thank you for your patronage each and every month. And if you haven't already done so, go get your penicillin shot before you listen to Classy Blassie's latest show with me, which is about 2 hours long of insane nonsense in Shenanigans.
You just don't know when to wrap things up. 2 hours, huh?
Yeah. 2 hours talking about what?
Nothing.
Oh no, it was actually some good topics. One of them was one that we've done before, which is the top 5 broads. So Blassie gave his top 5 broads, which was, my God, like I said, get your penicillin shot. We talked about Starrcade 93, which was the Flair Vader, with Flair being a retirement match. Like if he'd have lost,
I've seen that match. I know what you're talking about.
Well, let me tell you something. That goddamn crowd was on fire for that shit. And Vader,
they were. Vader beat the piss out of Flair.
Holy God, it's criminal. Like it was assault.
It was a legitimate assault.
Yeah, it was uncomfortable at times watching Vader whip on Flair. But anyway, we talked about that and a bunch of other stuff. It was all wrestling related, but yeah, go get your penicillin shot. Good stuff. Thank you again, Classy Blassie. All right, one more thing. New patron this past week, Neil Hunter. Thank you for signing up, Neil. Appreciate it. Enjoy all the extra Patreon content, including the one we just recorded, where it was Harper talking about his escapades, his most recent one.
Yeah.
And then don't forget, you get the world-class shows and basically over 200 other Patreon exclusive episodes at tinyurl.com/PatreonBTT. So Neil, thank you.
Hey Neil, send Harper your address and he'll come down there and tongue kiss your girl.
No,
come on, why?
Grow up.
That? Jesus.
God, what is wrong with you?
I know he doesn't have a girlfriend.
I mean, you're a college graduate. Act like it.
Are you gonna tongue kiss his boyfriend?
Oh my God!
He don't put it past him. A mouth is a mouth, bro.
Okay, well, how about this? His mom. Everybody's got a mom, right?
That's disgusting.
Sorry, Mike.
His name's Neil.
Yeah.
Y'all are assholes. Okay.
That's fucked up.
It really is.
There goes
welcome to the family, Neil.
Yeah. Whenever we talk about you, it means wonderful things. So thank you, Neil.
Yeah,
we appreciate it.
You could have been like everybody else and not get your name called out. So there you go.
Okay. So Doc, look, I mean, you got any Doc-A-Holic spotlights?
What? Huh?
Go ahead.
Hey, I had one, but I lost it. There was somebody that I wanted to mention, but I can't get to it right now. So,
Boy, you really come prepared, don't you?
That's nice.
At least I watched the episode. Yeah.
Hey, y'all know what came out today in 1982?
Time Band.
Nirvana.
No.
Today's Tony Iommi's birthday. What?
Swamp Thing came out.
Oh.
That movie was awesome when I was a little kid.
You know why we're off to such a rough start, Mike?
Why is that?
Because we didn't decide that nobody said let's be great.
Oh, that's what we needed to do in honor of Russell Wilson.
If somebody would have said let's be great, would have already been great.
Yeah, that's true. We'd have been off and running. I gotta admit.
Wait.
Let's be great.
There's a whole
Doc,
bunch of new stuff on our Twitter feed.
oh, you haven't been on it lately this week, I see.
Yeah, what is this? Cycle, Ohio 1729.
That's Steve, one of our BTT Hall of Fame Patreon members.
I ain't no dipshit, pal. I don't give a shit who you are.
That's nice.
You are a dipshit, but it is what it is.
Okay.
He's
And
mad.
I see that
he worked
Journey
himself
Cornette
into a
is
shoot.
and now I see that Journey Cornette is a hip hop historian.
Oh yeah, he's got his hip hop down. That guy's hilarious, man.
He is, man. Anti Scene has made it onto there. Have you ever heard of them, Harper? Did we talk about that?
No.
No, Harper wasn't on that show. It was
So
just
we
me
did
and
we did a Smoky Mountain, and one of the I believe it's the Headbangers had on an Anti Scene, ANTISEEN T-shirt, and that's like a small time punk rock band, heavy metal punk rock band from North Carolina that does like a lot of wrestling songs too, and a bunch of crazy shit. And I was like, I needed Harper here that morning, but you were
Anti-Scene.
you were at the shoot job.
No.
Harper ain't never heard of him. See, you
No.
It was
wouldn't know.
close. They were kind of friends and closely related to like a not as crazy, but G.G. Allen kind of thing.
Oh.
Yeah.
Anti-Scene.
You know if Harper ain't never heard of it, I don't stand a chance in hell.
Are they on Spotify?
I don't use Spotify.
No? What the fuck?
Bruh, I'm a college graduate. I have Apple Music.
Oh, excuse me.
Right. See, here's the thing. I got points on the BTT. You just get parts of revenue. I got points in this thing, so I get a regular check that helps me fund all this lifestyle.
Oh.
I'm making money off these patrons. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God, here we go. All right, Doc. Any other shout-outs? Because you're woefully unprepared tonight. You did watch the episode though, so I'll say that.
Yeah, and what I want to start with here at the open is we're in the middle of a Mid-South, the Mid-South tour, right?
Yes.
Yes.
And what kind of rats were getting busted open in this Mid-South tour? In 1988, and Mid-South's been gone, UWF's gone, these rats have been craving some wrestler dick. And here comes, over the hill, here comes the rock and roll van full of all your favorite superstars.
Well,
I bet, and not the rock and roll van, but, they might have been driving. But I'm just thinking of the Barbaras, Lisas, Tammys, Stephanies, Lynn, just getting ruined across the Mid-South region.
well,
Hollowed out. Just getting hollowed out.
Well,
God,
can
bro.
you imagine Stan Lane? Because he hadn't worked in Mid-South. He wasn't a part of the Midnight Express. Imagine Stan Lane making his way through the Mid-South.
Fucking
Ugh.
Dr. Death coming back. Eddie Gilbert's down there. Fucking Flair. Sting. Luger.
It was Pound Town, brother.
Yeah.
Every night.
Hashtag Pound Town.
I bet it was so good that some of the wrestlers like, man, we ought to get this territory back up and running again. I mean, it doesn't have to be Watts. He was kind of a dick anyway, but we could really use a regular tour through here. Like Jonesboro, Arkansas, or what were the Mid-South towns?
Oh, I mean, well, I don't know. I didn't pay attention to when JR was saying every single town, but I mean, you got all the cities in not cities. You got the big towns in Louisiana. You got Arkansas. I mean, you got Mississippi if they were going there. I mean, Mid-South was a nice. I mean, obviously it was a nice sized territory. You hear the stories about the guys driving everywhere they had to drive, all the way from Oklahoma to Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi. So there was a lot of driving in Mid-South, man. So there was a lot of rats to be fed, so to say.
Fed?
That's nice.
With
Hey, you started this.
With 2 poots of jizz.
Whoa.
That's an old one.
How are the rats in Lafayette, Louisiana?
I guess they're all right. Wouldn't you say Harper? I mean, it's a college town.
It's a college town.
They smell like crab oil, probably.
Yeah, I mean, they're all right. Like, anywhere, like, Lafayette is going to be fine. Hell,
Yeah.
Thibodeau's going to be all right because it's a small town, but it's a college town.
Nichols. Yeah.
Yeah. So, any of the little towns or cities like that, you going to have a nice selection. I mean, it ain't,
What about
this ain't,
Homa?
chicken fucker Tennessee, man. I mean,
Yeah, for real.
What about Homa?
Oh.
Well, see, Homa's close to Thibodeau, so it's only like 15 minutes away. So you could, but see, the problem is with Homa, the degeneration of brain cells amongst the people who've procreated there.
Yeah, for real.
It leaves, yeah, So you got the college not far away, but you got to have them kind of migrate to Homa.
So my question is, how many NWA superstars pulled a Harper and slept at some girl's sorority house back on campus after the show one night during the tour?
I don't know.
You ever woken up in a sorority house, Harper?
No.
Oh, never mind.
Me either.
Have you?
Yes.
That's nice.
A long time ago.
Does Mrs. Doc know this?
I don't know.
Oh,
At North Texas?
Where?
At North Texas?
No.
He's trying to, Doc, you got to say kayfabe, brother.
I shouldn't have to.
Ixnay on the Xnay.
Or whatever, bro. I mean, we all know.
So here's the thing. As we pivot to the wrestling, I need somebody to tell me why 4 weeks after baseball season's over, we're only getting a 43-minute episode.
That's a good question.
Okay, so it's not a 42-minute episode. They basically cut half the episode off.
That's fucked up.
So
Rewriting history.
Whatever. Well, no, here's the thing. So at the end of this, I'm going to tell y'all what they cut off. Now, I don't have the promos from what they cut off, but I have the matches that they cut off. So I ain't going to sit there and tell you they're rewriting history, but I'll tell you the matches that they cut off once we get to the end.
Okay.
So with that
so
said,
have we sold the promotion yet?
It's October 29th. What's the official date? Send all inquiries to docturner@gmail.com. He's the one asking the question.
So
Send
we're
that shit to Lance.
Yes, that shit's a Lance. So we're probably submitting the paperwork to the lawyers right about now.
Well, the attorneys are going through the paperwork. That's for damn sure at this point.
Okay. Due diligence has been completed, and now we're ready. Okay, yeah. I got it.
And you know, with a large corporation, how long it takes the attorneys to look over stuff.
Depends on how much money there is to be made.
You ever had to have legal look at a document you create for distribution in a large corporation?
Yeah.
How long does that take to get through, Doc?
Well, it takes me half as long as it would you, because people listen to what I say.
I'm not talking about how long it takes for you to get through it. How long does it take for the attorney to get through it?
Not very long. I have a good relationship. I have a great relationship.
Bull crap. Now he's spot monkeying it up. He's just being a spot monkey. Whatever. This is October 29th, 1988. Doc is full of bull crap as usual. This show starts off with a replay of the World Warriors turning on Sting again. And then we head to the studio for an abbreviated edition of NWA Saturday Night on TBS. And I only say that because, like I said, I believe they recorded a full 2 hours. It's just that we only have half of it on this tape that we're watching. Tony and David mentioned the Mid-South Tour and that they will be in the downtown Municipal, which Harper was there at that show. And then Corny runs in and introduces the Midnight Express, which I'm going to play something from Corny in a minute. Doc, any thoughts from that opening at the very beginning of the show with Tony, JR, David?
Harper, how was that show that night?
Was it fun.
Was it the best night of your life so far?
Yeah. At that time, yeah.
You're what? 12 years old there?
What year was this? 88?
88.
Yeah. I was 12.
Man.
I know, huh?
Where did the time go?
Dude, that was the days, bro.
Never gonna be like that again.
Fuck.
We're not gonna talk about that night because that night, at least one big match
hasn't happened.
Hasn't happened yet, and it's it's going to be covered in an upcoming episode. That match that you're thinking of, Harper, that you saw. Doc, anything else from the opening?
I have a soundbite at 3:30 from Corny.
Oh shit, I got it. Look at my screen right now. Look where it's at.
I do. Yeah. Great
I got it too. All right, so you want to go to it?
Yes.
So we got the Midnight Express, and they are going to defeat Mike Justice and David Isley. But like Doc's saying, we both got a timestamp that we want to play from Corny on the mic, which is tremendous. Or as Chris Zaha says out there in our Facebook group, tree fucking mendous. Here it is.
You know, I finally figured out where I've seen Oliver Humperdink before. If you took Foghorn Leghorn, beat him in the face with an ugly stick, and dressed him up like a tourist in Hawaii, that's Oliver Humperdink. Now, let's talk about Gary Hart for a minute. Gary Hart likes Halloween. It's the only time he can go out on the street without a mask.
He celebrates his anniversary every Halloween. You know that?
Yeah, that's exactly right. You know, Gary Hart, as a matter of fact, he's started getting a lot of exercise lately. He's taken up jogging. Yesterday, Gary Hart jogged past a cemetery. 2 guys ran after him with shovels. Have you got something to say, Tony?
Yeah, I was just thinking, Jim, you remember, and Jim, you remember, David, you remember, not too long ago in Philadelphia, you had a cage match with James J. Dillon. How did it go? Who won the match?
Hey, I taught J.J. Dillon the lesson of his life. That's exactly what I did.
Did you win the match?
I'll tell you what, J.J. will never forget the beating that I gave him.
I heard you got him in the head scissors and he passed out. What about that? Did you win the match?
Don't try to confuse the issues with facts here, Tony. Now, let me just say one more.
Okay, was that all of it, Doc?
Yeah, the Foghorn Leghorn popped me. And then they were all trying to contain Corny and Gooden. That was awesome.
Yeah.
In 1988, he couldn't be corralled, just like he can't be corralled in 2020.
No kidding.
Jesus.
And here's the thing. He's on fire during the match, but then he's got a promo after this.
He sure the hell does. So I was going to ask you, Doc, if you got anything else from this match.
Yeah, they have a new finisher here.
Yeah, I don't have the timestamp from it.
Come on, I don't either.
Do you want to describe it?
That's nice.
They did a fucking fantastic move, and it's Ender.
Right,
Watch this, Harper.
So Stan gets one of the guys in like a bear hug. Well, not really a bear hug, but he's holding him up. And then here comes Bobby to drop the leg. He
drops the leg. There you go.
Top.
There you go.
So basically, Bobby's still doing the same thing. It's just Stan's holding the guy up for to drop the leg on him. But, looks good.
You think Stan never had to wrestle a burrowed into bed like that?
No way. Not Stan.
That's right. Not Stan. And now, let's go to the Rolex moment of the week.
Yeah, for real.
Jesus Christ, he's awesome here.
Oh, here we go. Let's see. Jim Cornette with David Crockett after the Midnight Express win the match. Here's Corny.
And the World Tag Team Champions. Please just shut up and we'll have a nice conversation. USA Today did a survey. For $1 million, most of the people in this country would throw their dog off a cliff. No. Sick society? Sure it is. But that's the way people are. You people out there, you criticize us for the things we do, but I want to ask you a question. I want you to take a look in the mirror. Sure, we cheat, but if we didn't, our opponents would, so we beat them to it. We got these right here. Now, somebody tried to come in your house and take your money, jump on your wife. What are you going to do? Anything you got to. Well, brother, these mean a lot to the Midnight Express, and what are we going to do to keep them? Anything we got to, brother. It's a sick society, like I said, so we got to take care of ourselves. But before you criticize us, you look yourself in the mirror and ask yourself, for that $1 million, would you give Fido the boot? Sure you would, and you better admit it. Now, the Road Wars, everybody's talking about the Road Wars. Let's cut all the bull. Let's get down to the facts of the matter. Let's be real. We ain't going to beat the Road Warriors. The Midnight Express are not going to beat the Road Warriors. Nobody else has. Probably nobody else ever will. Maybe it can't be done. I don't know. But the fact of the matter is, Road Warriors, the point is, we don't have to beat you, brother. You got to kick our butts. And you ain't going to do that, because I'll tell you what, trying to beat the Midnight Express is where you come in for the damnedest fight you ever been in your life. And I'll tell you this, you come after these, we're going to treat you just like we would anybody else, Road Warriors, because we ain't scared of you, I'll tell you that. So you say you like to fight. Well, brother, I'm glad, because that's what you're going to have to do, and do a lot of, if you think you're going to be the World Tag Team Champions. Turn on your friends, make new enemies. I don't care what you do. You ain't going to be the champions as long as there's a breath in either of the three of us, and that's a fact.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. All right. Coming up next, hot stuff, Eddie Gilbert, gorgeous Jimmy Garvin, and the Bodacious Precious.
He just loves saying Bodacious Precious. Doc, what you got from that?
I want to hear what Harper had to think about that.
That was great, man. It's didn't it feel real? I mean, when does someone say, yeah, I mean, we're not going to beat you. We can't beat you.
Right. But you got to beat us.
Yeah. No one has ever said that ever.
Well,
Right,
Flair kind of says that in his. He's like, Flair does say that kind of in a way. He's like, you got to beat me. But I think what made Corny's different.
But Flair has never said. I mean, let's be honest. I can't beat you, Luger.
That's right.
That's what I was about to say. The Corny's line was, "Let's be real.
Yeah.
We ain't gonna beat the Road Warriors." Like, he's literally admitting we ain't gonna beat them, but we don't have to beat you. You got to beat us. And that was the part about it. He was like, "Let's be real. We ain't gonna beat you." Flair never says that to Luger. He might or any of his opponents, but he does say kind of, you have to beat me. I don't have to beat you. But he doesn't say I can't beat you. Corny's just like, we can't beat you, but we ain't got to. I loved it.
What are you going to do if somebody breaks in your house and hops on your wife?
What the hell's that mean?
That's what he said.
Oh, okay.
He said, anything you got to. What did he say? Turn on old friends, make new enemies. We don't care.
Mm.
Dude, that was.
When you know what's coming, it's like, boy, you ain't kidding. You ain't gonna beat him.
But that's probably the best promo we've seen in a while from anybody.
Yeah, for real.
I mean, since Arn left.
And there was no like line in there. Like the line, the comedy was before that, kind of like when he's talking
right.
about
That was all
Humperdink.
business.
Yeah, he was all business. Like he's talking crazy during commentary, but this is all business right here, which was real good.
And you know what? There's a bunch of people out there that love their puppy dog, but $1 million is $1 million, you know?
Yeah, I know, right? You could just go get a new dog from the SPCA tomorrow.
Buy 3 dogs. I could go get 3 dogs.
Right. You can actually buy the dog that you actually fucking wanted.
Right.
Wow.
Not that
right,
fucking,
Mike?
not that scroungy mongrel that your fucking broad made you get.
Yeah, that fucking rescue.
Fucking get a real dog.
This is reminding me of when Harper went off about pit bulls a few months back. And he's like, it's like putting a gun on your desk, on your living room table loaded. He got hate mail because of it.
Oh, fuck that. That's exactly what it is. It's just like sooner or later something stupid's going to happen.
You said that a couple of months ago. That feels like it was like a year and a half ago.
It may have been.
The best thing about that was you two talking about the hipsters bringing their dog to the bar.
Jesus Christ. Fucking white people, man.
Oh, God. It's like, can't we go back to the days when someone would just sit down and drink a domestic fucking beer and just watch Sports Center reruns and just shoot the shit?
Bro, you're talking about my life from age 20 to about age 32.
Oh, God.
He's on to something, bro. You cannot go sit at a... You just can't do it
now
anymore.
There's got to be a game of cornhole out there, ring toss, or...
Yeah, you fucking... Some asshole's got a goddamn dog. They got motherfuckers around here that bring parrots and shit in the fucking bar.
You got fucking big table-sized Jenga.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here. Go home and play fucking games, motherfucker.
I want to just sit here and look at broads.
I just want to sit here and be left alone.
Well, I'm married, so I can't do that, but I want to side-eye some broads that are walking through.
I fuck them.
Right.
He's not lying. Nobody goes to... I don't say nobody. But like when you walk into sports bars nowadays and stuff, it's like it's like anything. They just gotta make it all extra. Nobody just goes sits at the bar just to freaking have a drink and unwind.
Yeah, for real, huh? Like Cheers.
Right.
Right.
That's exactly it. All right.
But
Doc.
see, even that, I'm past all that because it's like I don't want to wait for somebody else to decide to wait on me. I want to get up and go get another beer out of the fridge when I'm done with the one I got and not interrupt my flow and just keep.
I double fist.
Oh, that's a good idea.
I always double fist. A couple of us from a Wildcat went out like 2 weeks ago, and they're all like, "Damn, why are you double fisting?" Because I don't feel like going back to get another one.
Right.
Yeah, Harper does do
there's
that.
A
I've
life
seen
hack.
him do it.
There's a life hack for the patrons out there.
Yeah, there's something to that. For me, I double fist my Hennessy. That's why I get messed up.
When's the last time you went out drinking, Mike?
Yeah.
I told you about a year and a half ago when it was with Harper.
Damn, really?
Actually, no. The last time I drank was not a year ago, but the last time I was out drinking was probably X-rated last year.
So, like, y'all don't go anywhere?
No.
Bruh, it's impossible to go somewhere with kids.
You got kids. You got a wife who's like, well, why can't I go? Try being a breadwinner in your house. So then it's like, look, I'm the fucking goose laying golden eggs. So she ain't going to let me just go in my car and drink 12 beers and drive home. If something happens to me, that happens to her. So then she's like, how are you getting there? How are you getting home? Where's your Uber? I'm like, man, I don't know. So
we live in a different world than you, Harper.
I see that.
It's true because I guarantee you I lived closer to what you're living now back in my 20s and early 30s, where it's like, I don't give a shit how smashed I am. I got to get home, and my car needs to be there when I wake up. And I'm going to go out and sit at the bar with a couple of buddies, and we're going to probably not talk for a while as we watch Sports Center with the sound down and look at bitches.
Yeah.
But that world does not exist for Mike and I anymore.
That sucks.
We can't do that.
And let's just say that we pulled that egg, we got out of the house like that. You'd still get 12 texts.
Right, your phone will be blowing up like a hand grenade.
I went out with some dudes about a month ago. And I swear to God, I had 15 texts like, are you drinking too much? How are you doing? You need me to come get you?
You got to pace yourself. Don't forget that.
Get an Uber if you don't want to. Remember, we have stuff to do in the morning. It's like, damn, dude.
It's not even worth it.
Yeah, guys, I'm going to go home. This is beating me down. I'm not in a good mood anymore.
Imagine if fucking Doc came to X-rated.
Bro,
I'm good at hanging out. Don't let Mike fool you. I can drink.
I never said you weren't. We had fun, man. We got toasted. All of us were drinking, having a good time. Took a lift back to the hotel. After, we weren't drinking and driving. It was fun.
I guarantee you the P1s, that's the Dallas thing. The patrons that would met me, they'd feel a whole new way about Doc.
Oh.
I'd let them buy me drinks all night. That's how this goes.
Yeah, okay. That's cool.
Yeah. So anyway, drinking's cool. I like it.
All right. We got Jimmy Garvin and Precious and Eddie Gilbert up next, and David Crockett got a hard on when he said Bodacious Precious. Doc, do you have anything from this?
Hold on, I had to get over to my thingy here.
Because, I'll just tell you.
No, I do. I liked it when Eddie came out, and I thought Eddie was good, so you should play that part of it.
Well, here we go. It's not that long. Here it is.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back. Gorgeous Jimmy Garvin, Precious, hot stuff, Eddie Gilbert. Welcome back.
Thank you very much, David. It's nice to be back, too. Before I get started, there's a few people I'd like to thank. One of them is Dr. Frank McHugh in the University of Virginia for doing such a good job on my leg, and all his staff and Catherine and everybody. Dr. Frank, let me tell you, can I tell you some stories? Frank McHugh's a good guy. Everybody helped me out. A lot of people have been telling me out of sight, out of mind. They've been trying to feed me with a bunch of negative garbage, but it hasn't worked. I'd like to thank the fans that know that I haven't disappeared, and it's going to take more than a broken leg. It's going to take more than a broken leg to take the fight out of me. It runs in the family, you know. I've been doing it for 19 years. That's a long time. That's more time than probably most of them guys sitting back in the dressing room now has been in the shower all together. But the fact is this. Me and Hot Stuff got some plans. And the plans are heavy-duty plans, right, Pally?
You know what, David? If Elvis Presley was here right now, he'd probably say, I just don't know what's going on, David Crockett. I'll tell you what's going on. If Kevin Sullivan's in the back watching right now, you've got two formidable opponents right here for anybody you have. Now, you first took Rick Steiner from me, and I told everybody that the reason why I came back here, first of all, was to help this man out right here of overtaking you in the varsity club. The second thing is taking Steiner back where he belongs, and that's with Hot Stuff. Because you know something? I just heard something just a little while ago, David Crockett. Let me tell you what a devious person Kevin Sullivan is. Steiner left his check just a while ago laying up somewhere. I looked at it, and I know for a fact that Kevin Sullivan's been spending his money and taking it from him. And when Steiner realizes what a low-down, no-good creep you really are, Sullivan, he's going to come back home. And then me and the gorgeous man, when that's all over with, we just want to let Jim Cornette know one thing, too. Then we're going to be coming after World Tag Team titles, David.
All right, good. I like that. I like that.
Hey, and it's also real good, too. Mike Rotunda can say he's the greatest world television champion when he doesn't ever defend it against anybody.
All right. That's true. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Hot Stuff, Eddie Gilbert's going to go in the ring.
All right, Doc, what you got?
The only thing I didn't like was the Elvis thing. Elvis has been dead 11 years at this point. I mean,
Yeah.
But other than that, I thought Gilbert was really good and gave you some reasons why Rick Steiner's being done wrong. Tell you something, Rick Steiner's fucking over right now too. We're going to talk about that in a little bit.
Oh yes, Harper, you got anything from it?
You think that was a real doctor that he mentioned?
I don't know, but what did he do crazy to get mentioned?
Yeah.
Well, there was some inside joke going on because he was like, I don't know. Did you catch the chuckle when he mentioned the doctor's name? And
Plus, he gave him an extra. Maybe he gave him an extra script.
I don't know if it was a real doctor or if it was just some kind of banging that happened and
what?
It was someone's shoot name, maybe.
Yeah, something funny was something. There was some inside baseball thing on that right there. What it was, I don't know, but definitely was something. All right, we keep going. The next match is Eddie Gilbert, who defeats Tommy Angel. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, so I got a timestamp in this match. 13:47. Tommy Angel throws what I would consider to be a weak slap.
All right, so let's look at it. Here it is. It's coming up.
Not that one.
Yeah.
That actually looked all right. That was a forearm, not a slap. Pushed him. And pushed him. And here it comes.
He was afraid to hit Eddie. He does it twice, too.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's like he wasn't, and he kind of flinched before the two, so he wasn't quite sure what to do. And it's just, airtight,
Everything was airtight, brother. Anyway, did you catch the finish?
I hate that.
What?
I hate that. When they put their arm over the ref and pull him over.
Why is this baby face?
That was an old school thing. You know that.
Yeah, but they do it now.
Do they?
Oh, you can't do that now because it makes the ref look dumb.
It makes the ref look fucking stupid as fuck.
Yeah, because why would the ref allow you?
Fucking lazy.
Yeah, why would the ref allow you to stop him from checking on the opponent that's outside? Yeah, I agree. That was an old school thing that worked back then, but nowadays when you do that, you can't do that now. It's just.
Let me tell you this though. Tommy Angel may have thrown a weak slap, but he takes the hot shot like a champ here.
Well, I was about to say that. So at the end, he took that hot shot. It was impressive the way he dropped him across those ropes. So
this is it right here.
Bam! Look at that shit.
He popped off of it. It was really nice looking. So I don't want to just think we're putting Tommy Angel down here because he did awesome at the end.
Here it comes. God, he took that good.
That looked great.
The cables snapping back so it really looks impressive. That was good.
Yeah.
As Harper's in the background celebrating with his jersey on. You see the two kids in the background?
Come on.
I guess, was that me and Harper back there, Doc? I'm asking for a friend. I don't remember. Did we go to this tape in Harper?
I think we were.
Was that us? Okay, I didn't realize it. Look at Harper and I back there. I got the yellow jersey on. Harper's got the white jersey.
Go Eddie Gilbert.
All right. Doc, any other thoughts on this match?
No.
All right. Doc, do you have... There's a first part of Humperdink coming up, and he's talking about Cornette. He makes says that Cornette makes George Bush look tough, and then they go back to some footage with Bigelow, and then there was a second part to the promo. I was going to play the second part. Do you have anything from it?
Yeah, that's fine. I get he does explain that Bigelow's been in Japan, which makes sense. And then, yeah, that was a thing back then. George Bush Sr. was a wimp. That was like a big insult. Now we just grab people by the pussy and imagine how far we've come in 30 years. It's gone from like
what?
We are a politics-free zone.
No, I'm not. These are both Republican. It's not a side of the issue thing. I mean, okay, I'll do both sides so everybody can say it. You know, we had a president in '88 who was a wimp, but they had all kinds of imagery about the previous president, and now this one, and it's just, you know, we've come a long way in 30 years.
I didn't realize this.
We're not as respectful.
There was a thing about Bush being a wimp back then?
Yeah, it was like a big...
Okay, I didn't realize that. Okay.
There's a Simpsons later on, a few years later, and Homer and him get in a fight, and Homer keeps calling him a wimp, and he gets all mad. I mean, it was the thing.
I don't remember that.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I want to see that one now.
So it's just, you know, we've made a lot of strides in the last 30 years, but maybe we could all just be a little bit more respectful.
Okay. Let's go. We go back to the studio where here we have Sir Oliver Humperdink, who, yes, Steven Jaworski, who does the NWA Power Watch-Alongs in our BTT Facebook group. He's 37 years old. Thank you, Steven. We appreciate it. Harper, you need to tell your buddy Steven out there anything as he cranks one off to this episode this week?
Come on.
Thank you.
Okay. Steven's a good guy. He knows him. It's all in fun.
Come on.
Let's go to Humperdink now and see what he's got to say.
That's right. 396 pounds. He moves like a cat.
A picture is worth 1,000 words, and what you saw just there is exactly why, Barry Windham, you're going to have a hard time, because it's getting to the point where you're going to have to put that U.S. title on the line against Bam Bam Bigelow. You know, for the past several weeks now, he's been over there in Japan wrestling all the top Japanese stars. Well, I know that he's upset. I know that he's heard what Ric Flair has said about him right here on Nationwide TV, and I know when he gets back, he's going to be ready for the world's heavyweight champion. Now, you just saw three bozos there that got their faces drove into the mat. Well, Ric Flair, you're on the list, brother, and I know it's coming. It's not going to be too very long when a match will be signed. You'll be forced to get into the ring with Bam Bam Bigelow, and when that happens, he's going to pick you up for that great big front face lock suplex, and Ric Flair, your nose is going to go squash. Your back is going to get pinned to the mat for a 1, 2, 3, and we're going to leave the arena on that night the new world's heavyweight champion. He's upset. He's been eating rice for about 3 weeks now, and he's real mad. So Ric Flair, when he comes back here, he's going to be more than ready for you. And James J. Dillon, the deciding factor a lot of times in Ric Flair's matches. If you think you're going to pull any hanky-panky or any chicanery around the ring when these two meet, you can get it out of your mind right now, because I'm planning to be there right in Bam Bam's corner. And if you make one move, you know what belongs to me, and that's a promise from me to you.
All right. Listen, Battle Stars 88 coming your way. Coming up next, United States Heavyweight Champion Barry Windham.
Okay, Doc, I want to say something before I throw it to you and get you and Harper's thoughts on this promo. Every time, Humperdink, for one, always cuts a good promo, no doubt. But every time I see him now, I picture him not as the cameraman at the porn, shoot. I picture him as the director, with giving advice to the ladies. Arch your back a little bit better, baby, while he gets that shot of you. Do this, baby. Do that, baby. I have this.
You got a little shine on your apple behind. We need a little makeup on over there.
Yeah,
a little cream on your mouth.
Come on. Come on.
Get the money shot, baby. All right.
I don't know how you take those cheap sunglasses off without breaking them.
Yeah, really, huh?
Dude. And he's got the whistles in his ear again, too, Harper.
He's 39 years old, like I'm fucking 28 again.
Yeah, really, dude. How old is he there?
Wait, I thought 37. Is he 37 or 39?
He's not 30 anything.
Right. He's 50-11.
50-11. Okay. All right. Anyway, how old is he? I thought we looked it up.
He was in his late 30s.
Okay,
that covers 37 and 39. We're good.
Yeah, 37, 39 ain't much different. And God, the fact that he's 37 or 39 right there is tremendous.
That's crazy.
Man.
It looks like he should be in fucking Leonard Skinner.
Dude, what kind of snatches he ran through in his life?
Oh, God.
Ratty. I bet the snatch looks like the patch of hair above it looks like the hair on his head.
That's nice. So what'd you call it? A meat wallet?
No, a bruised ham wallet.
A bruised ham wallet.
That's nice, Harper.
I caught shit about that the next day from Mike. He's like, "What's wrong with you?"
No, I clipped it. I thought it was fabulous. I clipped it and put it on the YouTube channel like a week in advance so that the fans could watch it because I thought it was tremendous. Like, and you know what's funny sometimes? It's actually how somebody says something. When Dusty wrapped up that promo, what made it so great was Doc is giggling like a 6-year-old. And he's like, why does his head look like a bruised ham wallet? And he's laughing when he's saying it, which made it even better. So, yeah, it was tremendous. Good stuff.
I know how to deliver lines.
What you got from Humperdink, Doc?
Not a lot, because I'm ready for Bigelow to come back from Japan and then quit.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, whoa. We got time. We got more time for Bigelow.
Does Humperdink become Big Daddy Dink later?
Yeah, isn't that his name later on? I can't remember. Like, wasn't it Big Daddy Dink? It wasn't anything else, was it? I remember that.
I don't know.
God, it's terrible, but it's so great at the same time. So great. All right.
He's sitting there watching some girl get impaled by 2 mandingos, and he's just seen it all. So he's like, okay, just a little bit longer here, and then we'll wrap it up.
Harper, you got any thoughts on Humperdink besides how he looks?
I mean, wasn't he so now they're going after Barry?
Yeah, because that's the match at Starrcade.
Barry's got that flair. Barry's got that ponytail. He has that Young Guns look going.
Hold up, Harper.
Dude, definitely.
What'd you say? What about Flair?
He was feuding with Flair.
Everything was airtight, brother.
Yeah, whatever.
All right, what were y'all saying about Barry, Harper?
He's got that fucking Young Guns look going.
Yeah, he does.
Wanted dead or alive.
I remember that.
I bet you do. I bet you walk these streets. With a load of 6-string on my back.
I got a question.
Huh?
What's Battle Stars?
That sounds like a fucking cartoon.
That I don't know.
As long as I don't have to watch it and review it, I'm fine.
No, we're good there.
I was going to ask the same thing. What the fuck is that?
We're
I asked Mike, I was like, is this Starrcade? Is it a Clash? What are we doing here?
Well, we got the Clash coming up in December, and then we got Starrcade coming up like a couple weeks after that. So the Clash is about six weeks away from this, and then Would you tell me? Don't go on the air and talk about how bad it is, but we're in trouble. Clash 4?
Yeah.
It's just that there's long matches on it, and
I like wrestling. What's the problem?
And the thing about the Clash is the problem after Clash 1 was they just were pretty much live specials, but they weren't really like quote unquote special, but they were live. So that meant something back in '88. And we liked that part of it. But at the end of the day, Clash 1 just blows any other Clash away. So you're trying to follow that when you do these clashes, and you're just like, ugh. And then at the beginning of the 4th Clash is a babyface versus babyface tag team for the U.S. titles. You'll see it. Babyface versus babyface in 1988 just didn't work for me. That's not going to work for me, brother. But we'll get there when we talk about it.
All right, well, way to bury it before become a patron.
I didn't bury it, asshole. I'm just being. You know what? You know what pisses me off about you? When somebody's honest about something, not you, Harper. You're an upstanding Catholic Christian from Metairie, Louisiana. You're a good fella. You wear your condoms and you don't do nefarious things other than
that's right.
Broads, as an unmarried Catholic. But we'll let that one slide. The church will forgive you for that. What pisses me off about Doc is he stirs shit up.
How many Hail Marys does he have to say for munching on that strange ass?
You know what you should do, Doc? You need to go to church regularly.
Okay.
All right.
You convinced me.
How many Hail... Wait, what did you just ask, Harper? Say that again. Run that back.
How many Hail Marys does he have to say for munching strange ass?
How many Hail Marys you say, Harper?
3 of them, right?
God, I used to hate being in church when they would do the rosary. It's just bringing back memories. They would go around that damn necklace bead thing. Harper knows what I'm talking about. You be sitting there twiddling your thumbs like, man, when they gonna wrap this shit up, brother?
I still got my rosary. I'm looking at it right now.
Mine too.
I'm looking at it hanging up right now.
But my mom's is hanging in the room. It's I see it every day. All right, let's keep going. Barry Windham defeats Bob Riddle. Doc, go ahead. What you got, Harper?
Bob Riddle looks like his hairstyle looks like someone from fucking Mad Max. With
that stupid looking mullet gimmick thing on the back of his head and
or like someone from fucking remember a Lord of the Flies with the kids. Mm-hmm. That's what it looks like. One of those fucking kids.
Okay.
Speaking of movies, Doc, do you remember Time Bandits?
No.
How in the hell am I the only one? Well, Harper remembered it, but he...
Yeah.
Do you remember it, Harper?
I remember it. I mean, I haven't seen it, and God knows.
I don't watch a lot of movies because my entire life I've watched more wrestling and sports, and that's really from about the age of 7 until tonight.
It's nice. All right. Anyway, if you watch Time Bandits out there,
this is for
it's on Hulu.
I watch maybe 2 or 3 movies a year.
Oh, I don't watch a lot of movies nowadays.
That sounds about accurate. Yeah.
I'm not talking about like going to the theaters. I'm like, if we had HBO or something like that. Now, if you're going to say I got caught up on Shawshank Redemption one Saturday afternoon, okay, that doesn't count. But I mean, like new content, 2 or 3 movies a year.
Yeah, for real. That sounds about right. I always say I'm going to watch something, then like
I've had White Boy Rick on my DVR for months.
I don't even know
every time I'm like, I should watch that. I'm like, I should watch that.
Yeah, dude, that's the same thing. Like fucking Aquaman. It's on HBO Go. I haven't seen it. I'm like, I'm gonna watch this. I look, it's like, it's 2.5 hours long. And I look, I was like, what time is it? Fuck this. I'm gonna just watch Golden Girls.
That is adulting right there to a T. 2 hours? What time is it? Yeah, brother, that's not gonna work for you tonight, brother. All right. Let's keep going. We got J.J. Dillon and Barry Windham out here. Let's see what they got to say. Here it is.
And in the world is the world heavyweight champion Ric Flair. The #1 man in the United States is the United States heavyweight champion Barry Windham. That's right. And his manager J.J. Dillon.
Well, I know that the fans are watching with keen interest over the situation that's developed with Sting, and it's created a rather precarious situation for the Horseman because Sting was regarded by most as the #1 challenger for the United States title and certainly a viable challenger for the world title. But it seems like he got his singles crossed with the Road Warriors. He's got his hands full. And I'm sure he would like to get that score settled before he goes ahead and challenges for a major championship again. A lot of the other so-called top contenders are involved in situations, people like Nikita Koloff, Ivan Koloff. So now I keep having the promoters push the name again of the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, a man that once held the title, a man that's also been a world champion that's virtually done it all. But I felt that Barry Windham at this time in his career should not again have to face Dusty Rhodes. We've already proved that Barry Windham is a superior wrestler. We should not have to face him again. But the promoters are becoming insistent, if you will. I'm feeling tremendous pressure put on me. So I don't know what I'm really going to do at this point, Barry. The only thing I've done is thrown up a stumbling block, if you would. I've demanded tremendous guaranteed purses for you, if I was even to consider it. Now they're scampering and putting up the money, and they're kind of putting our back to the wall.
How about that, Barry? What are you going to do?
I'll tell you the way I'm going to handle it. There are two big men in the NWA, if you will. You know what I mean. Dusty Rhodes and Bam Bam Bigelow that think they have a claim to this championship. Well, let me tell you what, you big men. I'm conditioned to the point where you've never been, where you will never be. I want to see either one of you go more than 5 minutes with me or anybody else. The big elbow, the big splash. Bam Bam Bigelow, I'll be so far out of the ring by the time you try to get in midair, you're going to land flat, and I'll be covering you. This championship right here is going nowhere. Dusty Rhodes, let me tell you what. I've done it before, I can do it again. The United States Heavyweight Championship, I earned, I'm going to keep, and James J. has assured me of that. So keep it in mind, Dusty Rhodes. I'm not afraid of you, but I don't have to wrestle you, so maybe I won't. So you keep it in mind. Whether or not I wrestle you, you can never take this away from me.
All right, ladies. All right, Doc, as I run it back to show Harper something.
The ginger that sticks her tongue out?
Oh, yeah. What do you have from Barry right there?
I thought JJ was a little weird at the end. Like, I'm not sure I'm going to be able to do anything here. And wait a minute. When has JJ ever said that? I thought Barry was really good with the if you will, and then we get the ginger here sticking out her tongue. Look at that hideous slee stack.
Oh, man.
Put that tongue
The one
back.
on the left's cute.
In kind of a Laverne and Shirley kind of way.
Are these women of age before you start in with
I think so. The one on the right's a slee stack at any age.
What kind of car does the one on the left drive, Harper?
Sensible.
Right, like let's see. What year is this? 1988.
Yeah.
Like a Cavalier, something like that.
Not a Chevette.
I would say something a little bit newer than that. She's probably just out of college. She's probably bought her first car, and it's something new, but it's something cheap, like a Cavalier or a Ford Escort. Or
I would say she's a temp at the bank, and she's trying to hope to be a teller one day.
That sounds about right.
The one on the right's just probably. Go ahead.
She's probably a fucking hairdresser at Fantastic Sam's.
I was gonna say she died of AIDS about 18 years ago.
That's nice. Come on, Mike. Reel this shit in.
I am not responsible for the shit that comes out of his mouth.
Hey Tony, think about it. The sudden weight loss. AIDS.
Bro, let me tell y'all something. I don't know why this is triggering off in my head, but I watched that video clip this week.
Come on.
I watched it 50 times a fucking day. Vito's an ass muncher.
When Chrissy says, what's the line, Harper, about greasing the union?
When he said he was greasing the union, who knew this is what he meant? He's married with a Guma.
I don't think people realize. I know we got listeners out there that aren't like Sopranos fans or never got into it, but when I tell you that would be straight gold with the three of us doing an episode here and there.
First of all, it's hard to find. First of all, what else do the three of us agree on culturally besides wrestling? And the Sopranos is there. Then what is there that at least two of us know in and out as well as wrestling? And Mike knows it well too. I mean, product knowledge, appreciation, and it's the greatest. It's where we're going next.
Yeah, I love that shit because every day I get stuck on. I will watch it on YouTube, and then it goes to some other clip, and another one, and another one. This one Tony kills his cousin, and it's like, and then it's like a half an hour later.
The clips are tremendous that you can find on YouTube, and I'll leave it at that as we move along. But, oh, man. Okay, any other thoughts on Barry Windham and J.J. Dillon here as we try to get through this show this week?
Keep going, bruh.
The Fantastics then come out and defeat Mike Jackson and Jerry Price. I don't have anything from it. Doc, did you have anything?
They had a new finisher, too, but what else? There it is.
No, they've actually done that one before.
Oh, well, screw me.
Yeah, screw you. I tell you who had fun during that.
Look at that dick dancing that Fulton was doing.
Boy, let me go back to it. Here it is. Watch. Here they go.
You like that, Harper? Harper was
there you go.
I need to learn that.
Hey.
Hey, girl.
God, I could just picture him doing that in some bar with in the background. There's a TV with the Spud McKenzie commercial coming on.
Yes.
I thought it would be Alex the Stroh's dog. Remember him?
The who?
Remember the Stroh's beer? He was Alex the Stroh's dog. Jesus Christ!
The Stroh's dog.
Yeah, the Stroh's beer.
I don't know what that is. Stroh's beer?
Yeah, hold on.
I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Well, I'm getting ready to.
While you're doing that, the Fantastics cut a promo. They talk about the NWA US Tag Title Tournament that's coming up, and Bobby Fulton addresses the sheep herders who've been calling them out lately, but don't expect much to come of that because the sheep herders are on the way out the door. And that's all I'll have to say about that. Tony Schiavone also mentions Sting will be fine after we saw what happened to him with the whole neck and whatnot. And then they throw us to a promo from Sting, but I'm going to throw it to Doc first to see if he's got something to say.
Sting?
No, go ahead. You were looking something up, right?
Yeah, I was. I sent it to y'all. He was a precursor to Spuds McKenzie in the 80s, pal.
Yeah, see that. It was 84. I just Googled it.
Yeah, bud.
I don't remember this shit for nothing. I remember that.
Yeah, I don't remember this at all. I know this company is now owned by Paps.
Okay.
I know that.
Here's the thing. I thought Sting was good here.
Well, I'm going to go to it. Are you done with Stroh's, the whatever?
Yeah, he looks like Max Headroom here, Harper.
Oh, fuck it.
Let's go to Sting. So what happens is, like I said, Tony throws it to Sting now. The promo gets cut off. I don't know what the deal is, but it gets cut a little short. But let's hear from Sting right here, talking about what happened to himself.
I can't believe it. For what? Why? It doesn't make any sense to me at all. Brothers in Paint, what happened to that? Before I get intense about that situation, I want to thank everybody who sent me flowers, letters, and cards and everything else behind the stinger. Thank you very much. It sounds corny, but thank you anyway. I can't believe this. Brothers in Paint, look at this. Look at this right here. Makes no sense to me at all. Dusty Rhodes asked me to come in and defend his six-man tag titles because he knew I was going to give 110% like I always did. From the very first day I got into this business, in the gym or whatever it needed to be. He knew I was going to give 110%, which I did. You didn't let me in the ring. You should have told me before the match if you didn't want me to help you defend the titles. You talk so much about being the world tag team titles, just you guys. You're the only ones that matter. Why didn't you tell me before the match? I would have gladly stepped out and let you guys do your thing on your own. You guys' minds are poisoned with greed and money and everything else that happens to people in this business. Emotions run wild, definitely. There's no doubt about it. Mine run wild, too. It's obvious the way I act in the ring all the time. But I'd have never turned my back on you guys. It was a great feeling when those people saw all three of us together, brothers in paint. We did amazing things together. And now you guys, for some ungodly reason, money or whatever it is, doing your thing on your own, it doesn't make sense. The total package and myself have talked a lot. We are going to get revenge. You've heard it 100 times before, but we're going to do it.
It's good to see Sting back and talking. You know, this man...
So it gets cut off. What were you about to say about it, Doc?
I mean, it's not like what Corny did, but for Sting, that was pretty decent because he was actually stayed focused and wasn't wild and saying nonsense stuff.
And he didn't howl. I thought that you would love that.
Yeah.
Okay. So any other thoughts on Sting?
No. He looked like Max Headroom, and I mean, I don't know how sympathetic he is, sitting there still looking all tan and ripped. But whatever, it was good.
You're like, okay, go to Walgreens to get a fucking a neck brace.
Yeah, $2.99 back then, probably.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
He was like, do I have to pay for it, or will they reimburse me?
And it does. He's like, save your receipt, baby, and just give it to Jimmy.
Nah, we getting purchased by, we getting swallowed up by the corporation. They'll pay you.
Just save your receipt, baby, and give it to Andy
What
Griffin.
kind of money marks were the corporate suits? Because this is the first corporate suits seen as by the boys in 1988.
I don't know, but I'm trying to remember if this would have been around the time that that Dusty utters the line to Cornette, "Baby, by this time next year, we're gonna be making major motion pictures." Like I'm wondering, in TV stars, I'm wondering if this is around the time that Dusty would have said that because of the corporation, about, like, I don't remember if Dusty would have said that in '87 or he'd have said that right around this time. I don't remember the timeline, but it feels like it would fit in this time because of the corporation about to buy them. This time, baby, next year, we're going to be making major motion pictures, baby. Wow. Little did we know, right?
Yeah, learning the ropes happened.
Come on.
Well, that's true. So maybe he said it right before that. I don't know. You're right. Learning the ropes was happening. Okay, Doc, you got anything from Luger's promo that is right here?
Actually,
I thought it was
not
meat and
really.
potatoes.
Yeah, meat and potatoes, not bad.
I think he's wearing the same fucking clothes every goddamn day.
Why wouldn't you? He's the total package.
He's got his Bugle Boys on.
The fucking Jesus. The same shirt.
So?
He's living a dream, brother.
Yeah, whatever.
But basically, all he says is Sting will be back, and they are going to kick the Road Warriors' ass. And that was pretty much it. And there was nothing else from it. Okay. So, Doc, I want to go to this next match because I feel like you're going to have some stuff here from Steiner. I know I do, but I got to advance to it. So, we got Sullivan and Steiner who defeat Brad and Brett Holiday. So, do you want to... You got any notes from this, Doc? I just have a strange feeling we haven't talked about this. You may have some timestamps. I do.
41:30.
Okay, so
he hit this motherfucker.
Okay, so let me go here first because I have one right before that. It's at 40:50. And I said Sullivan and Steiner. I mean Rotunda and Steiner. Watch Steiner right here, what he does to this poor sap. Unless I got it wrong.
Oh, God.
Throws him damn near through the ropes on that.
He's like a new age Ronnie Garvin.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, damn. And here's the one you're talking about, Doc.
Fuck that guy. That dude sucks, man.
Look at that clothesline, Harper. Watch when he shoots him off. He shot
shot
him
Dude,
up
look how he
high.
goes to the ropes. The fuck?
He caught him in the mouth.
High
God.
and tight with that clothesline.
Harper,
Yeah, wait,
describe.
Mr. Times. No, I'm saying right here. Okay, so 41. Keep going after the clothesline because that's not the one I had, but that was a hell of a. All right.
Harper, how bad does he hit him in the mouth right here?
First of all, the guy doesn't take enough steps when he's running into the fucking ropes.
Keep with it.
So fuck him. He shouldn't be in there.
Sullivan told him to hit him.
He's about to hit him all right.
Right here. He pokes his eyeballs out.
You want to describe what happened, Doc? Just don't say
He just
right
hit
here.
him in the he just hit him in the face.
He grabbed his mouth and opened it, and then he popped him in the fucking face with a fist.
And the beauty part is he's out there playing Ronnie Garvin, and he's over. And he's the sympathetic character, which is hilarious.
He's doing the dog, like another thing you won't hear because we don't have the sound on. He's doing the dog barking, doing the promo, like during the match.
And now he lays down.
This was awesome. Now this was awesome. So you're right. Rotunda pins this poor sap, and And then when he pins him, Teddy Long counts to 3. The match is over. Bell rings. Steiner comes in and pins him, and the crowd pops for it. Look at that.
Was fantastic.
Look at him, pin. He's like, what are you doing? Pin him. And Teddy Long's like, he already pinned him. No,
That's
pin
funny.
him. He doesn't want to get up. He stays down there for like 30 seconds. I love it. All right, Doc, anything else from this?
No, that was awesome.
Yeah, Rick's funny.
Rick is great. Rick Steiner is a star. And then, unfortunately, the show just abruptly ends at that point as we are about to go to College Scoreboard next, which is the normal halfway point. So it ends, and Doc, let me run through what is left. So here's what they cut off from this episode, and it's a lot. And this doesn't even include whatever the promos were. Larry Zbyszko and Al Perez defeat Eddie Sweat and Rick Allen. Ivan Koloff wrestles someone called the Executioner. I have no clue who that was. Italian Stallion defeats Gary Royal. The Russian Assassins defeat Bob Emery and Keith Steinborn. We've probably seen that one 100 times. Sheep Herders are actually still here. They defeat someone named Hollis and someone with the last name Jones. And then Ron Simmons wrestled George South. That seems like it might have been halfway good, depending on how long they gave him, because George South obviously can work, and it's Ron Simmons. And then that is the end of the episode. I don't have the remaining promos. And like I said earlier, we're not going to talk about it in this episode, but this night is the night that the Road Warriors and NWA Tag Team Champions of Midnight Express wrestled in New Orleans at the Downtown Municipal Auditorium, which we will talk about on another episode. Also, this same exact night, Lex Luger and Ric Flair actually wrestled in New Orleans too that night. Do you remember that, Harper?
I remember, yeah.
Okay. I was just
that was good shit, man.
Yeah, it was. Lex and Rick, and then again, we'll talk about that in another episode, but that's basically, the episode just ends abruptly, and we only got half of it. So how do we even give out Rolexes and rate this? We don't even have a full episode, Doc.
We can only rate what we could see.
Yeah.
Very true. So, my Rolex would go to Cornette. Who would you give yours to, Doc?
Man, I really, really, really want to give it to Rick Steiner, but it's got to go to Cornette.
Yeah, I was about to say the same thing. Rick Steiner's fucking hilarious.
Okay, so just wait, because he's going to have an imaginary friend coming up in the next, month or two.
Because I remember that, he all of a sudden turned to, a special person.
Yes. And he is super over when it happens. Yeah. Doc and I were talking about this offline today. Doc, he turns into a star from this, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. We slept on him back then.
Yeah, I remember Scott Steiner's like, man, she just uses you. He's like, no, I like her. I love her. I love woman.
Robin Green.
Yeah.
Man. Good stuff, though. I agree. I thought about Steiner with that whole pin thing and everything he does in the match, but it's going to go to Cornette. All right, Doc, so what are you going to rate it since we don't even have a full episode?
A.
Yeah, it's an A+, man. Perfect. 42 minutes.
Vince went out there and clipped off all the stuff I didn't want to see, so A.
Oh, you think Vince clipped something off here?
Yeah.
You really do? You don't think it's just a messed up episode?
No, man. Not. No, they fucking deleted something.
Nah, okay. I bet you the tape was damaged, to be honest.
I need to look at the worldwide stuff from this week and see what may be on that as I think about it. But okay. Fair enough. All right. So I'm going to rate it an A-. I mean, it was fine. I don't think it was anything great, but A- is 10 times better than what you normally get. So, all right. Before we do anything else, I want to mention our Amazon referral link. It's tinyurl.com/BTTAmazon. Great way to support this show without spending anything extra. Go give that link to the wives, girlfriends, hoes, side pieces in your life and tell them to use it every time they shop on Amazon. And tell them to buy Bobby Blaze's book. I haven't mentioned that one in a while, so please pick out Pin Me, Pay Me. But more importantly, use the link every time you shop on Amazon. It greatly helps the show. Also, become a patron at tinyurl.com/PatreonBTT. That's tinyurl.com/PatreonBTT. By becoming a patron, you get access to 200 plus Patreon exclusive episodes for your listening pleasure. Doc, I'm trying to think, man. Do you have anything else? We had a little bit shorter episode this week because only 42 minutes, and we got half of the episode chopped off. But anything else we need to talk about this week? Anything else we need to shoot the bull about? You tell me.
No, I think we're done. I'm kind of tired of this.
Tuckered out?
I'm a little worn out, man. It's getting pretty late, and I need to go maybe rub one out and hit the hay.
Come on.
I do need to ask Harper something. Harper, have you watched the episode of NWA The Circle Squared with Perry and Luke?
Yeah. Well, yeah, I watched it. I watched their match. I just kind of fast forward to them and that promo.
So what'd you think? You think they did all right? I thought they did fine.
Yeah, they did a good fucking job.
Perry is a damn good amateur wrestler. I just want to
say
that. He can stretch some folks, and I don't know if people realize that. He will tie you in a pretzel.
Bro.
Yes. Very much so. Very much so. Anyway, I wanted to mention that. I'm glad he and Luke, it's kind of unique. You hear about father and sons in wrestling, obviously. I don't know how many times we've seen father and sons be a tag team. So there you go. Something to it. I look forward to NWA Power. But I wanted to ask you, I thought I enjoyed it. I thought they did good. Perry looked a little nervous maybe for his promo, but, he's young. I mean, it's not like he's been in the business 10 years or 5 years at this point. He's very young in pro wrestling. So
he could barely buy a fucking beer.
Say that again. I don't think people realize that.
He could barely buy a fucking beer. He's only 21.
He's a kid. I mean, God, think about how many years ago that was for us at this stage of our life. Good Lord.
Yeah, no.
That's a whole lifetime ago.
Years old doing that shit.
Jesus, man. Anyway, so good stuff on NWA. I'm calling it Power. I realize it wasn't an episode of Power. So, Doc, you sure you don't have anything else before we get out of here? All right. Well, Doc, you can drop. I'll go through a couple of other things I got to mention before we get out of here, and I will talk to you later. And then I'll ask Harper if he's got any Wildcat news. But while we are wrapping this up, in a second, I'm going to play the normal closing music with the Harlem Heat song. Actually, I won't do Harlem Heat to take us out this week. I am going to play something that was sent to me by Kangol Fett on Twitter, and it's a shout out to Kangol Fett, who is a BTT Hall of Fame Patreon member. But it is a mix that he created from a promo from Kevin Sullivan, where Sullivan talks about the lady of the third eye and eating the monkey brains and all that good stuff. So check it out. He posted it on our Facebook group, but I know not everybody's on Facebook. So I'm going to play that at the end of this week's episode for you before the Hall of Fame Patreon shoutouts. So there you go. Now, so again, Kangol Fett, Dano, thank you very much. Harper, any news on Wildcat next show or no?
No.
Not yet?
None.
Fair enough. So with that said, check out the Wrestling Podcast About Nothing with ROH's Brian Malonis and Mike Crockett. They do their show every single Monday. They just reached 200 episodes, so big congrats to them on their 200th episode that they've ever done. Just search WPAN or Wrestling Podcast About Nothing wherever you get your podcast from. And shout out to Our Vantage Point, the Retro Wrestling Podcast with Joe Murata, Michael Quinn, the northern version of BTT. Slightly classier, a little bit more professional, but still fun nonetheless. They support us, so please support them. Harper, if you got nothing, I got nothing. Hit the tagline, and we will get the hell up on out of here.
Book it, bitch.
But who am I? Who am I? I can't hear you. Everybody listen. Everybody listen. Everybody listen to the life story. See, I used to believe that there was something called an American dream. I used to believe that if you worked hard and you did right, you get that 2 cars, you get the garage, you get the house, and you get son, the only thing you get if you believe in the American dream is the chef. You see, when I was floundering in the sea of life and I didn't know where to go, I went to Asia and I met a very wise man and I met a very wise man, a Buddha Dean himself, and he told me I had to purge my way of the American way of life. The American dream, he told me, is dead. It's nothing but life. See, so first, he took me to the lady of the third eye, and I lay with her for 13 days and 13 nights. Third eye, and I lay with her for 13 days and 13 nights, and she taught me things nothing you didn't even know. And the second thing is, I went thinking again, she's running with the pilgrims and baited with the people of Fett. The third thing I did was, I went into the land of the blind and ate monkey brains with the blind man. The fourth thing was, I went to the streets of Calcutta and I laid with the lepers. And I purged myself of the American way. Since I'm standing here now, and these people here, and people at home know one thing. I have never lied yet. Never. So, let me tell you this, sweetheart. The Tower of Doom wasn't the end. The Tower of Doom wasn't the end. The Tower of Doom wasn't the end. Come into Lion's Den anymore. You don't have to come to Muhammad. The mountain has come to you. The American dream is dead, dead, dead. The American dream is dead, 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 dead forever. Am I out? All right, Lenny. Oh, everybody listen. Oh, everybody listen to the life story. See, I used to believe that there was something called an American dream. Everybody listen. Listen to the life story. Oh, everybody listen to the life story. See, I used to believe
Hey everybody, before we get out of here, I always got to thank all of our patrons out there. Thank you for supporting this show. Thank you for all that you do for the show. Your patronage is very appreciated. It makes what we do right now twice per week, every single week on the free feed possible. So thank you very much, and I appreciate it. Also, man, I got to tell you guys, the Hall of Fame patron shout out list continues to grow larger and larger, and I am grateful for that. So thank you very much for all the Hall of Fame patrons out there. I mean, thank you to all the patrons. I mean, I understand certain people can't pledge as much as others, and that's fine. And that's why, at the $2 level, you get a bunch of stuff. But for the Hall of Fame patrons out there, thank you very much. This list is growing longer and longer each and every week. So I don't know how much longer I'm going to be able to do the list of Hall of Fame patron shout outs. So my apologies if this doesn't continue in the future. However, However, we're going to give it one more try at the beginning of February right here of 2020 with all of our Hall of Fame patrons. So as I say that, I want to give some shout outs to those Hall of Fame patrons. My friend out there, Fritz Von Mulkey, thank you very much. You signed up to the Hall of Fame level. You've been signed up for a while. You bumped up, I should say. So thank you, Fritz Von Mulkey, a.k.a. Doc. Actually, they're not the same person. It's just a running joke. So there you have it. Rowan Smith, David Ford, Harrison Lee, Isaac Penley at Hey It's Isaac. Oh, I'm sorry, at Hey It's Isaac, not Hey It's Isaac. It's just at Oh Hey It's Isaac. Eagle_1, Kangol, Fett, Lee Russell, MDQ for life, George Davis, Kevin Carter, Michael Angel, Bob Richards, Rocky Suezo, my man Christopher Champer, Will Harkey, Robbie Dyson, Rick Beebe, Brad Dunifin, Tom Schlegel, Coach Joey Chase, a.k.a. Willie Chase, Steve Malbasa, Kenny Beiersdorf, Glenn Abbott, at G.A. Russellnut on Twitter, Bobby Murray, Marlon Mueller, my man Marlon Mueller, a.k.a. Half Pints Point. You know what I always say, keep cutting those promos, kid. Josh Warren, Everett Starr, Mike Childry, Kyle Riley, Disrespectfully Classy, Marky Blassie, Greg Norman, Johnny on Patreon, the great John Dean, who is at YRC21 on Twitter, Josh Dunn at Ryan and Auburn on Twitter, good old Justin Robert Smith, Joseph Ice, Tim Morecci, Adam Price, Brian Evans, Mark Wilson, Armando Martinez, David Jordan, Jesse Jacobs, Chris Myers, Gerald Green III, Mitchell Johnson, Mike Prue, Will Parker, Classy Alex, David DeVries, SV Pageant, Bill Salsa, Big Rich, Allen at Spy Boy Sports Cap, R.E. Miller 39, Jay Shiny, Ruben Espinoza, Merciless Jones, Jesse Lucas, Chris Browning, Justin_Andretti, Cole Manny 22, Marty Howell, T-Hog 94, Gobbled Unreal. Thank you for your generous patronage via the Hall of Fame patron sign up. Last but not least, I just want to give you all a heads up on something. I have not been as active lately on either Twitter or Facebook. The shoot job, just very, very busy, and I just haven't had a lot of time. So if you've sent me DMs on Twitter or instant messages or messages on Facebook Messenger and I have not gotten back to you, I just cannot get through them. So honestly, probably from here on out, the best way to get in touch with me, if you really, really need to get in touch with me, is going to be via email for the show, bookingtheterritory@gmail.com. So I just want to mention that I am recording this actual segment on February 5th, 2020. But I wanted to say that if you need to get in touch with me and I haven't responded to your DM on either Twitter or on Facebook, the best way would probably be email. I tend to check that a few times a day when I can. And if I don't even check it during the day, I usually check it at night. So that's probably the best place to get in touch with me if you need to get in touch with me with something show-related, Patreon-related, especially if it's Patreon-related. Give me a holler there. I mean, it's not that... Again, that's the best way to reach me to the Gmail. bookingtheterritory@gmail.com if you're not getting a response on Twitter or on Facebook. And I want to shout out Mike Crockett as well for handling the Facebook page and helping moderate with it. He does a good job. Don't give him a hard time if he doesn't catch things and whatnot. So anyway, and stop getting offended at everything, people. We only live once. Live, love, and laugh, brothers and sisters out there, and just have a good time. That said, I'm going to get out of here. I'm eternally grateful for all of you guys and women. We got a lot of women now who support this show. Thank you very much. It means a lot. And when we started this nearly 5 years ago, I didn't think we'd grow like this, but we have, and it's because of you. So thank you. This is Mike. I'm getting out of here. You know what Harper always says. Book it, bitch.